to my channel. My name is Julie and this is Better Than Birds. It is based on the scripture verse Matthew 6:26. Today we are going to do some mixed to mold, which is ceramic resin. That's what it is. So what we're going to do is the peacock mold. We're going to make the peacock mold here, and I'm going to try to tint it in the bluish green by Pearlescent Pigments, and if that doesn't look right, I might be adding some of this or even maybe another blue. I want it that color. I don't know if you can, yeah, I want it that color. But we'll see. We'll see how well I can tint it. All right, so I did measure the mold, and it needs, it holds about 200 mLs total volume. So we're gonna see if we can try to get to that, stay as close to that as possible here. So probably we'll have to make some more. So I'm going to do a technique that I saw on Easel Does It Studio with Michelle, and what she does is she tints the mix to mold, and before she adds the coloring, before she adds the water, and then she'll check it. That way you can check, you don't have to keep mixing and mixing and mixing. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a lot more than I think I need, hopefully, and then I'll just store this as a colored mix to mold, and that will be a lot easier than trying to make more and more and more. So this, here we go. With this amount, I'm probably going to need quite a bit. Stop there for now. So I will link Michelle's channel in the description, because I want to give her a shout out for this. I didn't come up with this idea, she did. So go check her out. She's got a lot of neat little tricks and tips. So, all right, so I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot more, but we are going to check it. Alright, so what the theory is, or what, not the theory, it's what she does, is you put a little bit of the powder in the cup, because you just want to test whether or not you've got the right color. I can tell already I need more. So, yeah, that is way too light. That is not the color. Find you here. That is not the color. I want it a lot darker than that. Let me see if I can get my light on here. So I don't know if you can tell, but that is pretty light, and I want it darker than that. So let's go ahead and add some blue. Darken it up really quick. Let's see. We've got I can't read that. Rinse blue? I don't know. That one or just blue. I think I'm gonna go with just blue, because that looks more, probably darken it up a lot faster. And then I'll add some of this green. hopefully that will be, yeah, it looks like that might be getting us a little closer to where I want to be. Again. It's a little better so far. Yes, I think it's going to be closer. Yeah, set up good. So this is, you see it's a little bit bluer. Yeah, so that's a lot bluer than what I, more like what I wanted. So that blue-green look. All right, so now that we have it mixed the way I want it, clean up my mess a little bit. Okay, so now can add water. Try that. Let's see if that gets us to where we need. You can see now it's nice blue color there. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but the thing with this is if I don't mix up enough, I still have a lot of powder left to where I can make more, and I don't have to worry about matching. That's the thing I like about Michelle's technique, is I don't have to worry about trying to match the color 2 or 3 times. So thank you, Michelle. Appreciate that. Don't think this is going to be enough, but we're going to try it. All right. Okay, so what I do with the mix to mold is I fill my mold with water so I can get into all those crevices, because you can't use alcohol with these, like, you know, with the resin you can use alcohol and try to help it into the crevices. I use water the same way, and it seems to help with the bubbles. I'm not going to say it's a foolproof, but it does seem to help. I still do all the squidging and squeezing and shaking and all that good stuff, but yeah, I do not know how to measure for sure, because this was 200 mLs total volume, but yet, I don't know. But anyway. So, good thing I made a lot. Here we go. I may end up using all of this and not having anything to store, which is fine. I wasn't necessarily wanting to store it, but enough now. Looks like they are. Out of the way. So I'm going to, I have my J-Diction leveling board up here, and I'm going to pull it down here so that I know that my mold is flat, and it is. And I know that sometimes these boards lose their accuracy, so I do have this as well. Okay, so it is. All right. Part being quite enough, but it's okay. We can still make, we still have some left. We can still make some more. Move this just slightly over here. I think that's enough. I'm not going to have a whole lot of this left. Looks like I accidentally got the right amount made. Okay. All right, let's see if this finally top it off. Probably need to have just a tad bit more. Sorry about that. Covering, keeping you from seeing what I'm doing there. Alright, I'm going to attempt a tad bit more. Hopefully I don't. Oh, I have some molds I can fill up if I need to. This isn't enough, we're going to just leave it. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, well that is all I need to do right now. We will come back for demold in about an hour or so. We'll come back and demold it. So I will see you later. Okay, we're back and it's time to demold. It is a little still warm. It is still warm a little bit. Whatever. Anyway, so hopefully I don't crack or break anything. Very gentle. Tell if it's all right. Here's that. Okay, so I do see a couple, there's a little couple bubbles. There's one there, there. Oh, that's his nose, but there's one there. Overall, though, it turned out really nice. So, I think it does still need to cure a little bit. But, so we're going to let it cure, and then we're going to come back, and what I was going to do is I'm going to seal it, bring out some more of that color, and then I was going to put some rhinestones on all of these. So I just think it would look good to have some rhinestones. So yeah, it's still that that was me checking it, and I made a big mess in it. That was my fault. But all right, well, I'm going to put this into the resin curing machine so it can dry. The heat will kind of help let it dry a little bit, and we'll be back and we'll rhinestone it. Okay, I'm back. We've been here, but I'm back. So I've already sealed the jar, and I just used Mod Podge, and I mixed in some of that crushed crystal. I don't know if you can see the shine there. So I didn't want just a plain glaze, so I know they've got shiny crystal-y glazes. I just made it out of Mod Podge. So, and it's still a little chalky on the bottom, but I'm gonna leave that so it continue to dry out through the bottom. And when it is completely dry, then I'll probably sand it and seal it, because it is a little wobbly from where I touched it while it was still curing. My bad. So, okay. Now, what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to put these, I don't know if you can see, it's not showing the, there you go. They're like a, I can't remember what they're called. I want to say that they're called Fire or something like that, but I got them on Amazon years ago. But these are just flatbacks. They're not, what's it called? Iron-on. They're just gluing flatbacks. So. And I'm just using the E6000. Just to make sure they stay. Alright, so we're gonna, what I'll do is I'll do a few of these, and then I'll probably do a few of them and then just come back and show you the final product. There's no reason for me to even put it on fast forward when it's all the same. So and it is time consuming, so why this is so stringy. It's not usually this stringy. Well, it dries clear, but I might switch out my glue, because it, I don't know, does E6000 go bad? So that's what we're going to be going for. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch this out. This is already annoying me, and I haven't even barely got started. I don't know if liquid fusion works on ceramic. I'll just switch to that. See that? Pretty good. So that is what we're going to go for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out my glues, and then I'll finish this and I'll come back with the final product. See you in a little bit. Okay, so I'm finished with the rhinestones, and it looked like to me, I just thought that the face needed more. So I added the eyes, and I also did, can you see? Can't line it up there for you. There you go. I did the roses. So I still think that the little, what's it called? Little top thing there, I think it needs more. So I wanted to show you how I was doing this, because the markers are just too fat. So in order for me to be able to get to that without getting it all over everything I don't want it on, this is what I've been doing. So I take my little silicone cup and I just make a little puddle. And they dry really fast, but it lets me paint with it. So I already pulled a couple of these rhinestones off from handling it, so I'm trying to not do too much. That's why I didn't like it. It is. Hopefully you can see it. Oh, I'm seriously thinking about putting rhinestones around the edge up there. I'm afraid it's going to be too much, but it just feels like it just needs to be finished off. But I don't know. We will see. But anyway, so that is it. Let me know what you think. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Like, subscribe, share. I appreciate anything that you do to help promote the channel. And remember, you are worthy and you are valuable. Thank you, and come back for the next one.